This is Anatoly. Today, the whole world knows him as the most successful fitness blogger alive, but few people know what he actually went through to get here. In this video, I'm going to tell you the story of how an ordinary guy from a small village conquered the internet and became one of the most recognizable faces in the world. It all began in a small village called Kristopovka in central Ukraine, with a population of only 200 to 300 people. Winters there are unforgiving, with temperatures dropping well below freezing. Snow is simply a normal part of everyday life. In this place, where the cold reaches its harshest extremes, a very skinny boy named Vladimir Shmondenko was born on August 10, 1999. It was an incredibly important and emotional day for Vladimir's parents. As the years went by, Vladimir grew up in this cold village, taking care of the cows and facing a future with very few opportunities. But everything is about to change for both him and his family. At the age of 14, Vladimir gets access to the internet for the very first time. He begins watching videos of bodybuilders and American fitness creators. At that very moment, he realizes that life can be completely different and far better than anything he had ever known. He begins to see a lifestyle that, to many people around him, seemed impossible. But to him, it looked like an opportunity that could literally change his life forever. Instead of spending his entire life working in the freezing fields and taking care of a cat all day, he starts dreaming of becoming a famous blogger so he can share a part of his daily routine, hoping that it might make him at least somewhat well known. That was when he came up with the idea of building his own gym in the backyard of his house, and he gave it the name Goals Gym. Remember that name, because it will become important later in the story. What many people would have considered impossible due to the lack of money and proper equipment, Vladimir approached differently. He simply took the first step and started training with whatever he had available. His first gym equipment was far from state-of-the-art. As he watched bodybuilding videos online, he learned that a high-protein diet was essential for building muscle. That's when he decided to start eating more protein to become stronger. But his parents didn't agree with the idea. However, nothing could stop Vladimir. He was determined to change his life, with limited resources and very few people understanding his goal. He focused on affordable high-protein foods like cottage cheese and eggs to build muscle. One day, Vladimir brought a container of oatmeal to school to eat during the day. When his classmates and teachers noticed that he had started following a diet, they laughed at him, saying he was far too skinny and would never build any muscle. While Vladimir dreamed of becoming a better version of himself, all he heard were words of doubt and ridicule. They thought he would give up on his biggest dream, but instead, it only motivated him to work even harder. He went home and made a homemade lifting belt out of a horse harness. Despite sticking to his diet, Vladimir struggled to gain weight. His daily routine involved taking care of the farm, feeding the cows, and working in the garden, physical labor that burned a huge amount of energy and made it even harder for him to put on muscle. As winter grew colder, he had to move his gym from the backyard into his bedroom. That created tension with his parents, since the room quickly filled up with iron, stones, and even old tractor parts that he used for his workouts. On December 20, 2015, Vladimir took the first major step toward his dream by creating his very first YouTube channel for a Russian-speaking audience, the only language he spoke at the time. Not knowing any other language would later become one of the biggest obstacles in his journey. Using nothing more than his own phone, he recorded simple videos in his bedroom, improving little by little with the limited resources he had. Despite all his hard work and dedication, the channel didn't take off at first, but it was only a matter of time. 2 years after launching his YouTube channel, Vladimir enrolled at a university in Kyiv. It was the first time he had ever left his small village and moved to a big city. After finishing work, he would head to the university to attend classes. Once his classes were over, he took on extra jobs as a handyman to earn additional income. That same year, he entered regional powerlifting competitions and went on to win first place. Behind his back, many people continued to criticize him, saying things he knew nothing about. The person in this photo was the one who supported and motivated Anatoly the most back when he was still known simply as Vladimir. Igor was the person who inspired Anatoly to understand the value of sacrifice, to give up something today in order to achieve something much greater in the future. Anatoly realized that if he wanted to leave behind his exhausting jobs and dedicate himself to YouTube full-time, he needed two things. First, his YouTube channel had to earn at least $200 a month, the minimum amount he needed to support himself. One of the videos on his channel went viral, bringing in more than 12,000 new subscribers in just 10 days. After seeing those results, he realized he was on the right path. He knew that if he could create 2 or 3 more videos like that, he would be able to rent his own apartment and stop depending on the university dormitory, training every single day and staying completely focused on his goal. He went on to earn 3rd place at the 2019 championship in Kyiv. Little by little, his dream of becoming a successful content creator was becoming a reality. By then, his YouTube channel had grown to 40,000 subscribers, and a sports nutrition company had taken an interest in his work. In the summer of 2019, he saved up $1,000 to travel to Moscow with one goal in mind: collaborating with other fitness creators. He knew that working with established influencers would introduce him to an audience that had never even heard of him before. As soon as he arrived in Moscow, Vladimir realized the city offered far greater opportunities for his career. He decided to rent an apartment there, putting nearly all of his income toward making that dream a reality. At the time, his YouTube channel was going through a slump, with views steadily declining. But instead of giving up, he trusted his instincts and made a decision that would completely change the course of his life. Surrounded by energetic and creative people, he came up with the idea of making videos about celebrities' diets. The new content quickly gained traction, boosting his views and helping his YouTube channel grow to 70,000 subscribers. As his channel continued to grow, it reached 100,000 subscribers. What had started as nothing more than a hobby had turned into his full-time career, and he was incredibly happy with everything that was happening. In 2019, he traveled to England to sign a sponsorship deal with a sports supplement company. In January 2020, he began preparing for powerlifting competitions. His goal was to win the international title and become more well-known. Vladimir not only took part in the competition, but also finished in 1st place, earning the long-awaited title of International Master of Sport in Powerlifting and setting a new record. Shortly after becoming champion, he organized the biggest powerlifting event in Kyiv with other people, but something was about to happen that would once again change the direction of his career. Due to health restrictions, he had to spend 4 months in Kyiv without being able to travel anywhere. During those 4 months, he had to start training in a small gym and reinvent himself once again. Even with everything that was happening around the world, his YouTube channel continued to grow and had already reached 150,000 subscribers. After 4 months, Anatoly returned to Moscow, and a new chapter of his life was about to begin. On August 20, 2020, Vladimir bought his first car and became a fan of BMW. He drove from Moscow to his homeland to see his parents and fulfill the promise he had made. One day, he would have his own car, and all the hard work and training would not have been in vain. During this time, he began recording his first gym pranks, where he pretended to be an older man who could lift an incredible amount of weight at the gym. It was a huge success, and the videos started reaching 5 million views and sometimes even surpassed that number. His YouTube channel was growing just as he had always dreamed. Since the videos were averaging around 5 million views, he began signing new deals, and in just 1 month, the price for advertising on his channel increased tenfold. With all this growth on YouTube, in February 2021, Anatoly rented the apartment he had always dreamed of. What was once just a dream was now becoming a reality. And at that time, Vladimir already had a few characters he would use when recording his gym pranks. The first one was an old man. The second one was a cleaner. This was the moment when the Anatoly we know today was starting to emerge, but Vladimir had no idea what was coming. His third character was the farm boy. By that time, his YouTube channel was already close to reaching 1 million subscribers, and the journey was far from over. He spent almost all his time recording and editing, waiting for the moment that would change everything. After 2 weeks of hard work and countless recordings, his channel finally surpassed 1 million subscribers. And at that moment, a series of memories began to flash through Anatoly's mind. The countless challenges he had to overcome to reach the place he is today, the strength to believe in himself when almost nobody understood his dream, and how resilience became the key factor in every chapter of his life. Doubts, failures, and obstacles. He had to overcome every single one of them to grow, become stronger, and continue his journey, because the greatest moments of his life were yet to come. As his success continued to grow, Vladimir bought a white BMW M5 competition. Soon after, he transformed it, changing its color and upgrading its performance. In September 2021, Vladimir fulfilled one of his greatest dreams, buying a car for his parents. It was a deeply emotional moment, as they looked back on all the hardships their son had faced before reaching this incredible level of success. He successfully lifted his first 290 kilograms. As his success continued to grow, his channel climbed to second place in YouTube's sports category. On April 16, 2022, he arrived in Dubai, ready to start a new chapter of his life. But the biggest challenges were still waiting for him. Once he arrived, he quickly realized that everyone around him spoke English, a language he knew nothing about. After just 4 months, his savings were gone, and his YouTube earnings were falling. With no other choice, he created a second YouTube channel, targeting an English-speaking audience. But it started from nothing with 0 subscribers. He dedicated himself to learning English every day so he could start creating pranks in English for his new YouTube channel. But after 9 months of hard work, the channel had only reached 2,000 subscribers. Anatoly felt frustrated and discouraged by the situation he was facing. However, he had already survived countless obstacles in his life, and he wasn't about to surrender. This was the exact moment when the Anatoly we know today started to take shape. But Vladimir had no idea how much his life was about to change. 10 months later, YouTube finally began recommending his Anatoly channel, where his pranks were created for an English-speaking audience. A new hope started to rise. Anatoly understood that when you truly have a dream, nothing can stop you. Not mistakes, failures, criticism from others, or the challenges you face, as long as you don't give up eventually. On June 22, 2025, Anatoly posted a photo on social media alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of his biggest inspirations. Anatoly's journey shows us that life doesn't always go according to plan. But if you refuse to give up on your dreams, eventually, you will find a way to achieve them. Because it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you stand back up and keep fighting for what you believe in. Did you enjoy this documentary? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. And always remember, you are capable of achieving anything you truly want. Believe in yourself.